Good Sunday afternoon, baseball fans, and we're back with me doing a live baseball broadcast. Did an Ernie Harwell the other night, so I thought it'd be really fun today to kind of revisit the state collection. So this is uh, a league file, if you will, put out by Dave Cook Sports for Action PC Baseball, and basically it's a set of how many teams? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 32 teams, and all the teams are comprised of the the players. In other words, the state of their birth, which of course we hope is always being alive in the state of your birth. So really, really fun stuff. So I haven't done any logos for it or anything like that. Just assign some stadiums and all that. But I thought maybe we'd start out by looking at the maybe some of the rosters. So this thing, even before we go any further, I'll let you know how much this thing is. It's really fun, and of course, with the amount of players that are in here, if you wanted to, just like any Action PC product, you can make a copy of your database, what have you, release them all into a draft pool, redraft them. I mean, you've got it's incredible what's in here. So if you go here, or if you go into and I'll bring this over in a second. There we go. It's $25 right now, but it has a lot of frequent sales. So here it is, the baseball state collection. So new from Dave Cook Sports, a 32-team league featuring teams from each state with the most big leaguers since 1900. Powerhouse states like Texas, California, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Ohio compete with loaded states like Alabama and their Hall of Fame outfield with a wizard at shortstop. 32 players per roster. So, I mean, you're getting a ton of teams here, man. It's great. Players are creating using the best 35 to 100% of their career. So similar to how the baseball history collection works. Ratings and stats are based on official Dave Cook Sports seasons from 1901 to the present. Preset lineups, depth charts, rotations, bullpens, etc. Basically, you install this bad boy and you're ready to go. So it's $25, and so you've got like over 900 players in this league. So a lot that you can do with it. It's not very often that these special products do go on sale, but for $25 and the amount of players that you're getting, I'm going to show you some of the rosters of some of these players. And we'll start out with the states that you would expect having, have really, really, really strong teams. So we'll start with New Jersey. We're just going to look at batters for a few minutes. So you've got people like Eric Karros and Joe Medwick, Goose Goslin. There's Derek Jeter. Oh my God, who else do we have here? It's pretty crazy. Eddie Casco's in here. Kid Gleason, good old timer. Again, we're just going to get batters. So let's look at New York. New York's got some crazy players. You got A-Rod, Rocky Colavito, Hank Greenberg, Lou Gehrig, Edgar Martinez, Kenny Singleton is in here, Joe Torre, Carl Yastrzemski, Andy Van Slyke, Craig Biggio, Cy Seymour, Eddie Collins. So good stuff. Ohio, pretty strong team. You got Mike Schmidt, Jim Wynn, the Toy Cannon, Frank Howard, David Justice, Sal Bando, Kevin Youkilis, Thurman Munson, Barry Larkin, Al Oliver, Ed Delahanty, Pete Rose, Johnny Roseboro, George Sisler, Elmer Flick, Benny Koff, Roger Bresnahan. I mean, Ohio's absolutely loaded. Pennsylvania, Ken Griffey, Hack Wilson, Mike Piazza, Dick Allen, Reggie Jackson, Jack Clark, Dale Ennis, Stan Musial, Roy Campanella, Ripper Collins, Gene Tennis, Mickey Vernon, Sherry McGee, Hannes Wagner is in there, Nellie Fox, Roy Thomas. I mean, some tough teams. California's got a fine team too. Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Duke Snyder, Joe DiMaggio, Jim Edmonds, Ted Williams, Jeff Kent, Eddie Murray. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's Gary Carter. It's crazy. So we're going to do a scheduled game here today since I already started the season. And I think the first game I played was Texas and Arkansas. Or I did 4. Okay, I did 4. So let's just see what's up, and we'll just pick a game and play and have a little bit of fun. Hopefully Dwayne Martz and I later will be doing an old-fashioned baseball chin wag. I know that Robert is on right now, and most folks are over on Robert's stream, and that's all good. It's not about competition. It's about having fun. It's about having fun. So we mentioned New York and California, so I think we will play New York versus California. We're going to see Jim Palmer versus Tom Seaver. And yeah, I'm just going to, let's do this. Let the computer set everything up. So again, you have to kind of set the, I think the stadiums, whatever you want to set. So but it's really ready to go. All right, I'm just going to let the computer line up. Oh, we do have Rudolph. That's really weird. I think we'll change that. View opponent. Yeah. We'll just we'll let it do what it's doing. All right. Here we go. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Joe Murdy here at Dodger Stadium. For those of you living in a Commonwealth or state like I am, just be careful out there. This heat wave is brutal. It's cooled down a little bit here in PA today. It's 90. Anyhow, it's opening day, Dodger Stadium. This will be tonight's game between New York and California. Dick Rudolph makes the start from New York, and he'll be posed by Tom Seaver for California. 64 degrees, wind speed 4 miles per hour out to left center field. Dick Rudolph last season with a record of 16-13. Tom Seaver at 19-10. Rudolph's ERA at 2.52 and Seaver at 2.29. So this is the state collection from DK Sports for Action PC Baseball. Play ball. Craig Biggio steps into the box. Biggio last year with a 306 average, 18 home runs, 73 runs batted in. Seaver finishes his warm-up pitches, and we are ready to get underway. The 0-2 pitch to Biggio, and Biggio, strike three call. So Seaver faces his first batter and strikes him out. Here's the captain, Carl Yastrzemski, a 275 average for him. 23 home runs, 92 runs batted in. Seaver looks in, has the sign from catcher Earl Batty, the wind, and the 1-2 pitch. And Yastrzemski laces one to right field. Base hit. Dewey Evans up with it. Fires into Chase Utley at second. So Yaz is on board for the Iron Horse. Lou Gehrig, 368 average, 32 home runs, 163 runs batted in. Both of these teams loaded, of course, as you well expect. Seaver checks Yastrzemski at first. Yastrzemski with 12 steals last season. And Gehrig, first pitch swinging high and deep to center field. Joe DiMaggio tracks it down, though. So 2 away, Yastrzemski gets back to first base as Edgar Martinez, DH duties. Using the DH in this league just so we can see 2 more hitters. A lot of fun that way. Martinez hitting 342 last year, 29 home runs, 106 runs batted in. Yastrzemski on first, 2 down, underway here at Dodger Stadium. 0-2 pitch to Edgar Martinez, lofted to left. Ted Williams camps under it and pulls it in for out number 3. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We've played a half inning, New York nothing, and California coming to bat. And let's look at the starting defense for the New Yorkers. So in left field, it's Carl Yastrzemski. In center, Cy Seymour. In right, Rocky Colavito. From first to third, we have Lou Gehrig, Craig Biggio, Alex Rodriguez, and Joe Torre behind the plate, A.J. Pierzynski, and on the mound, Dick Rudolph. And we'll look at the California defense at the top of the second inning. All right, former Tiger Alan Trammell in the box now. Trammell hitting .313 last season, 19 home runs, 73 runs batted in. Rudolph has the sign from Pierzynski. The wind in the 2-0 pitch. And this one slapped past short into left field for a base hit. So Alan Trammell aboard. Trammell does have speed, and here's Chase Utley. Utley, a 293 average, 23 home runs, 90 runs batted in for Utley. Steps in on the left-hand side. Trammell, decent lead off first. Gehrig playing close, so nice little hole there on the right-hand side for Chase Utley. Dick Rudolph deals. There goes Trammell. The throw down gets past Rodriguez. Trammell's going to make it to third, and that is going to be an error on A.J. Przinsky to give Trammell the stolen base, and he is now 90 feet away. Bad throw there by Przinsky. Utley digs back in on the left-hand side. Przinsky sets. Rudolph deals the 0-1. Utley swings. Bounding ball to first. Gehrig will take the short play and the out, but in to score is Alan Trammell. So California jumping out to a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. The splendid Splinter now at bat. Ted Williams hitting .351 last year with 35 home runs, 123 runs batted in. All right. The lanky lefty in the box. Dick Rudolph delivers the 1-2 pitch. Williams sends this one deep to right. Colavito at the track brings it down. So 2 away, bases empty for Barry Bonds. Bonds in the DH spot, .325 average, 57 home runs, 112 runs batted in. 1-0 California lead here in the bottom of the first here at Dodger Stadium. Dick Rudolph's pitch. Bonds swings in the first one. This one, you can kiss it goodbye. Colavito watches it, and it is gone, gone, gone. So Barry Bonds goes downtown on Dick Rudolph, 344-foot shot. And it's 2-0 now, California in the bottom of the first. So Dick Rudolph getting roughed up a little bit here. Doesn't get easier as Big Mac steps to the plate. McGuire with a .288 average, 52 home runs, 117 runs batted in. Joe DiMaggio waits on deck. Dick Rudolph with a 1-2 pitch. This one line to left, and this one is gone. Mark McGuire, a laser shot out to left field. This one about 11 rows back. Yaz just watching it out of here. 349 feet by Mark McGuire. 2 home runs in this game, and California building a commanding lead. Hey, Dwayne, building a commanding lead. As Big Clue joins us also here at Dodger Stadium. Says Big Mac brings a happy meal to the fans. 2 home runs in this game. Dick Rudolph is certainly finding the strike zone, but not in the way that he would want to. So 3-0 bottom of the first for California. And here comes the Yankee Clipper. .328 average for DiMaggio, 37 home runs, 137 runs batted in. Dwight Evans on deck, 2 down, 3-0, bottom of the first. Rudolph winds and deals 0-2 pitch. This one popped in the infield. A-Rod and Biggio converging. Rodriguez waves them off, and that will be the third out. But the damage has been done. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 errors, nobody left. And we go to the top of the second here at Dodger Stadium. It's California 3, New York 0. Looking at the California defense in left field, Ted Williams. In center field, Joe DiMaggio. In right, Dwight Evans. What a great, great outfield that is, huh? All right. Not so much defensively for DiMaggio, but that bat, you're going to play him if he's rated a 1. I don't care. All right. Mark McGuire is at first base. Chase Utley at second. Alan Trammell at short. Darrell Evans at third. Earl Batty behind the plate. Earl Batty, an important member of those very, very strong 1960s Minnesota Twins squads. And Tom Terrific on the mound. Seaver already with a strikeout in this game. And now comes into the second with a comfortable 3-0 lead. And he will face Alex Rodriguez, Rocky Colavito, and Cy Seymour, the number 5, 6, 7 hitters. Carlos Yaz joining us here today at Yankee Stadium for a little bit of Sunday afternoon baseball. Seaver has the sign from Earl Batty. He winds the 2-2 pitch, and Rodriguez swing and a miss. So Tom Terrific with 2 strikeouts in the game. And here's Rocky Colavito. Colavito with a .282 average, 36 home runs, 108 runs batted in for Rocco. Batty sets the target. Seaver studies the hitter, lets it go. The 1-0 pitch. Colavito, high fly ball. Semi-deep left field. Ted Williams on his horse will bring it down. So 2 up, 2 away for Cy Seymour. Cy Seymour, who played very well in the Fields of Dreams Baseball League, run by Steve Tate and Big Clue. Seymour, last season, .293 average, 5 home runs, 69 runs batted in, batting in the 7th spot. And then one of Dwayne's favorite players, Joe Torre, waits on deck. Tom Seaver toes the rubber. The 0-2 pitch. Seymour squibber to short. Treadmill up with it onto McGuire, and that will do it. 6-3 put out. No runs, no hits, no errors. New York only managing one hit thus far. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's California 3, New York nothing. And we will see Dwight Evans, Earl Batty. We got all kinds of Evanses here. So we got Evans, Batty, and Evans. Watch me mess this one up. All right. Anyhow, for Dewey, 294 average, 29 home runs, 98 runs batted in. Brzezinski with the sign. Dick Rudolph getting touched up in the first. Going to try to silence these California bats. The 0-1 pitch. Evans, routine. Grounder to short. Rodriguez to Gehrig for the 6-3 putout. So one away now for Earl Batty. Earl Batty with a 287 average last season, 12 home runs, and he batted in 57. Rudolph winds and fires. And this one slashed to left or to right field for extra bases. Colavito plays the carom off the wall. Batty going for two. The tag by Rodriguez, not in time. Earl Batty picks up the double. So California, the runner in scoring position, run away now for Darrell Evans. Darrell Evans, 255 average, 19 home runs, 87 runs batted in for Darrell. Rudolph checks Batty at third, or at second. Batty not really a threat to run. 2-0 pitch to Darrell Evans. And room service bounce, and Rodriguez hurries his throw, does get Evans, but Batty moves to third on the play. So 2 away, California threatening for Alan Trammell, better known as Alan Treadmill. To Yoko fans everywhere, we're back at the top of the order. Trammell, 1-for-1, opened up the game with a single for California back in the bottom of the first. Rudolph from the stretch, the 0-1 pitch. Trammell, routine fly ball. Cy Seymour trots in and makes the catch. And California held scoreless as we go to the top of the third. And New York will send up Joe Torre, A.J. Brzezinski, and then Greg Biggio. Joe Torre playing third base here. 315 average for him, 24 home runs, 97 runs batted in. Tom Seaver has fanned 2 in this game thus far. The 0-2 pitch, make that 3. Joe Torre goes down. That's when a curveball in the inside corner, so Seaver dropping the hammer. 1 away, and here's A.J. Brzezinski. Brzezinski hitting 296 last year. He went downtown 12 times, 59 home runs. So Brzezinski digs in on the left-hand side. Batty with the target. Seaver with the 2-2. And Brzezinski squibs this one to second. Utley to McGuire, and that will retire Brzezinski for out number 2. So New York trying to solve Tom Seaver, and thus far to no avail. We're back at the top of the order now. Biggio, 0-for-1, struck out back in the first. Welcome in Bernie Strom to Dodger Stadium. If anybody wants to come on, I am going to put the link in the chat. And if nobody feels like coming on, whatever, you just want to watch some baseball or switch between Robert's broadcast and me, Robert doing Inside Pitch on his channel. All right, Biggio in the box now. Seaver with the 1-2 pitch. Biggio, easy fly ball, right field, and Evans tracks it down. So that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2.5 in the books here at beautiful Dodger Stadium. Chavez Ravine, it's 3-0. California. Chase Utley, Ted Williams, and Barry Bonds due up for California. Utley 0-for-1 in the contest. Grounded to first, back in the first, scoring Alan Trammell. Dick Rudolph deals. Utley first pitch swinging. High pop fly. And on the shallow right field grass, second baseman Craig Biggio will glove it for out number 1. All right, the splendid splinter, 0-for-1. This is Bernie's favorite player. Williams gave it a ride deep down the right field line back in the first. Rudolph deals the 1-0 pitch, and Williams slashes this up the middle. And this is going to be a 2-bagger for Williams. So Ted Williams aboard with the 5th base knock for the California squad. And here's Barry Bonds. Bonds 1 for 1. Hit that homer, and the guy waiting on deck homered right after him. So Rudolph needs to keep the ball down against these guys. Here's the pitch, 1-0 to Bonds, and this one definitely going to stay in the park. Gehrig calling for it as Colavito was rushing in. Gehrig makes the catch, 2 away. Williams remains at second. And here's Mark McGwire. McGwire, as I said, also homered. 1-2 pitch, and Mark McGwire looks at a big swing and a miss, strike 3. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 3 in the books here in Chavez Ravine. And it's California 3, New York nothing. So it looks like Dick Rudolph is settling down a little bit, trying to keep these New Yorkers in this contest. All right, here's another one of Bernie's favorite players, Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski with a single back in the first. Seaver ready to deal, shaking off Earl Batty. Has one he likes, 0-2 to Yastrzemski. And this one, a seeing eye single up the middle past Chase Utley into center field. And Yastrzemski is aboard for the Iron Horse. It's a scary lineup, isn't it? Gehrig flied to deep center back in the first. Batty sets up. Tom Terrific deals to the Iron Horse. Nope, throws over, trying to keep Yastrzemski honest over there. Yastrzemski will steal, 12 steals last season. Seaver brings it home, the 2-1 to Gehrig. This could be a 2-ball. Trammell. Nope, Trammell's going to go to first, and Gehrig beats it out. So for the first time, New Yorkers are making a little bit of noise here. And Edgar Martinez strides to the plate. Carl Yastrzemski at second. Lou Gehrig trailing him at first. Martinez flied to shallow left back in the first. Nobody out. And a chance for New York to even the score right here in the top of the fourth. 2-1. Martinez sends this one high and deep to left. Williams back on the ball. This one off the wall. Yastrzemski will score. Gehrig will score. Edgar Martinez with a 2 RBI double. And just like that, New York back in this game. It is 3-2. Still nobody out. So Tom Seaver with a strong first 3 innings now getting touched up a little bit here in the fourth. And here's A-Rod. So the New York shortstop struck out back in the second. Edgar Martinez at second base. Really not a threat to steal. 1-2 pitch. Rodriguez cuts and misses. Nice fastball there by Tom Seaver. So 1 away, and that's the 4th strikeout for Tom Terrific. Rocky Colavito now, 0-for-1. Rocky flied to deep left back in the second. Seaver deals 0-2 to Colavito. Long fly ball to left field. Williams tracking it down off the wall. Martinez will score. Rocky Colavito with an RBI double ties up the game for New York here in the top of the 4th inning. So California plating its 3 in the bottom of the first, and New York answering here in the top of the 4th. 3-3 your ball game now. California 3-5-0. New York 3-5-1. And here's Cy Seymour. Again, this set, the State Collection, is a $25 product. 32 teams, 32 players, I believe, per roster. So, or 30 players per roster, something like that. Anyhow, you get a bunch of players. It's a lot of fun, and it's ready to play right outside the box, or release all these guys, draft them. There's so much you could do with this game, or with this set. $25, it's worth it. All right, here is Cy Seymour. Cy Seymour is 0-for-1. He grounded to short back in the second. Join us hopefully later today or sometime this evening. Dwayne Martz and I, and whoever else would like to join for a good old-fashioned baseball chin wag that we haven't done in a long time. And hopefully we can get Bernie on if it's not too late. We can sort of get some people involved and give us some ideas of what you would like to see in some future Diamonds and Dice podcasts. The next one will be on Bernie Strom's channel. Bernie talked about wanting to interview me. I want to interview him. So that's definitely something that will be in the offing down the line. All right. Seaver 1 down. Colavito at second. Seaver touched up for 3 runs here in the top of the 4th. He deals the 1-2 pitch. Cy Seymour swings and miss. Can't catch up to the curveball there. Badly fooled, sort of flailed at it. So 2 away. Fifth K for Tom Seaver. Joe Torre, nothing for one now. Torre struck out back in the third. 0-1 pitch. Torre swings, base hit up the middle. Splitting Trammell and Utley. Rounding third is Colavito. DiMaggio up with the ball, and Colavito will come in to score. So an RBI single puts New York ahead 4-3 with 2 out. So Joe Torre at first, AJ Pierzynski, the catcher, nothing for one, grounded to second, back in the third. Good crowd here at Chavez Ravine today, and a beautiful day for baseball. Just a little breeze going out to left center field. In the third oldest park in the majors, McGuire will take this little squibber to the bag himself. Side retired, but the damage done by New York. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Bottom of the fourth, New York now leading California 4-3. And it'll be Joe DiMaggio, Dwight Evans, and Earl Batty. DiMaggio in the game, popped a short back in the first. Rudolph deals 0-1 pitch. DiMaggio grounds to third, and Joe Torre, with plenty of time, fires to the iron horse and 5-3 put out. So 1 up, 1 down now. Dwight Evans grounded to short back in the second, last time up back in the second, and Evans draws the walk this time. Rudolph missing low and away. So duly aboard now for Earl Batty. Earl Batty had that double back in the second. Pierzynski sets the target. Dick Rudolph with a check of the runner. Here's the pitch, 1-0. Biggio up with it. Biggio's going to go to Rodriguez covering at second, and they're not going to turn 2. So Batty aboard now for Darrell Evans and 2 away. Chance for California to even up the score here. Darrell Evans grounded to short his last time up. Batty into his lead at first. The 1-0 pitch, Evans swings. High bouncer to third. Joe Torre up with it, sets and fires on the hard peg to Lou Gehrig. Side retired. No runs, 1 hits, no errors. 1 man left on. We head to the top of the 5th inning here at Dodger Stadium. New York leads California 4-3. For anybody just joining us or joining us later, this is the State Collection by DK Sports for Action PC Baseball. These are teams comprised of players, states from which they were birthed. All right, we're back at the top of the order now for New York. It would be Craig Biggio, Carl Yastrzemski, and Lou Gehrig. So Biggio has struck out and flied to right. Tom Seaver thus far in this game with 5 strikeouts. Rough 4th inning. We'll see if Seaver can settle down a little bit. 0-1 pitch. Biggio skies this one to right. Evans picks it off a blade of grass. 1 up, 1 down now for Yastrzemski. Carl Yastrzemski, perfect 2 for 2 today in the game with 2 singles. Seaver deals. Yastrzemski first pitch swinging. Grounder to Trammell. Easy textbook 6-3 put out. So 2 away quickly for the Iron Horse. Gehrig with an infield single back in the 4th. Seaver deals 1-2 pitch. And Lou Gehrig lunges and misses at that one. So that is it. No runs and no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 5th here at Dodger Stadium. Good tight ball game. 4-3 in favor of New York. There's only been 1 error in the game, that committed by New York. New York is stranded 2. California have left 3 hanging in the wind. Infield in at the corners for Alan Trammell as we start the bottom of the 5th inning. Gehrig playing in at first and Joe Torre in at third. Last time up, Trammell flied to shallow right, had a single back in the first. Will he bunt? 0-2 pitch. Doesn't matter. This one's swing and a miss, so he wasn't bunting. But comes up with nada on the Dick Rudolph fastball. Hang up K number 2 for Rudolph and brings up Chase Utley, nothing for 2. Popped out his last time up. Rudolph deals. Utley swinging on the first pitch. Bounder to Gehrig. Underhand toss to Rudolph, covering at first for the 3-1 putout. So 2 up, 2 down for California. It brings up Ted Williams, 1 for 2. Doubled back in the third. 3-0 pitch. Williams draws the walk. As usual, great eye up there. So the Splendid Splinter aboard, tying run on first, and here comes Barry Bonds, 1 for 2. Popped out his last time up, has a home run in this game. 1-0 pitch, and Bonds sends it up the first base line, and Gehrig will go to the bag for the final out. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We've played 5 here at Dodger Stadium. New York 4, California 3. It feels like the tenor of this game definitely shifting now as California is starting to look like New York did in the early innings. A lot of goose eggs. All right. Edgar Martinez, A-Rod, and Rocky Colavito will bat in the 6th here for the New Yorkers. Martinez 1 for 2. RBI double, 2 RBI double that scored Yastrzemski and Gehrig back in the 4th. So Martinez, should New York hold on, looking for player of the game honors. 2-1 pitch, and Edgar gaps this one to right. Evans able to get it on the bounce, but not in time to get Martinez, who picks up his 2nd double of the season and of the game. So New York trying to pour it on here, and Aaron Reed. So, Bernie, this isn't, the state collection isn't, so I'm revisiting this. This isn't a new product. This, if you have the state collection, then you got it. So this isn't a new product. It's just one that I feel has fallen under the radar. In fact, I think only our Red Sox fan and I, each on our own channels, have ever shown this, and it's really fun. So I think for $25, it's money well spent. Again, you could recreate it yourself with the baseball history collection, but I can't be arsed. So I decided, I don't know when I bought this, I think 2 years ago or something. All right. So nobody out. Edgar Martinez at 2nd for A-Rod. A-Rod, nothing for 2. He has whiffed twice against Seaver. Seaver, who struck out 6. Batty has a quick word with Tom Terrific. Now back behind the dish. The 0-2. And look at that one, huh? That one in the middle of the plate. And Bonds just stood there. Or I'm sorry, Rodriguez stood there by like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by. Thank you, Ernie Harwell. So that's the 7th strikeout for Tom Seaver. 1 away, nowhere for Edgar Martinez to go. So planted out there in the Keystone sack while Rocky Colavito strides to the plate. RBI double that scored Edgar Martinez back in the 4th for New York, part of that 4-run onslaught against California. 1-2 pitch. Colavito slashes this one to right, base hit. Evans up with it, and they're going to hold Martinez at 3rd. So runners at the corners, 1 away for Cy Seymour, who's nothing for 2. He's grounded to short and struck out. The history collection that's been updated, if you're a previous owner of the baseball history collection, it's $19 for the update. Looks like a significant update from what I'm reading. It won't be released until June 28th. I'm buying it just because I like to keep the baseball history collection current, because you're getting all the retired players. Just gives you a lot more. So in my opinion, it's worth getting. It really is. I bought it. I mean, for $19, you can't go wrong. My only complaint, Bernie, is that, again, Dave's not bringing out the neat subsets that he used to do, like the decade teams, which is perhaps my favorite, but also the franchise greats, as Big Clue pointed out correctly. That set is like that subset is like 6 or 7 years old now. So if I have a complaint against Dave Cook, and it is only one complaint, is that he'll create these projects, but then won't build on them. Or in the case of the All-Star games, there's only 2, 1933 and 1971. And it's like, come on, do the rest of them, put them in a package. You get all the All-Star games with Diamond Mine Baseball. But I don't know, Bernie, for me, it was a no-brainer. I saw the email. And so if you do it, you've got to do it with the promo code YOUNT. And it'll be released on the 28th. It's pretty much the same subsets as last year. All the countries of birth, which would be an incredible project to do, but that's mammoth in itself. But if you wanted to do something where you wanted to kind of just confine years, but not use the entire baseball history collection, but a subset, I think it's very useful. And then the usual plate appearances, innings pitched subsets are there as well, including everybody that's retired through last season. So I see more nothing for 2 as we get back to the game. Seaver deals. Seymour swings, This one high, but not deep enough as Ted Williams backpedals, makes the catch, tagging at third and scoring Xavier Martinez. And actually a tough play out there for Ted Williams as with the wind going out there a little bit to left center, kind of got behind the ball, a little tailwind, if you will, but Williams able to adjust and pull it down. New York adding a little bit of insurance, however, here in the top of the sixth. It's now 5-3. Joe Torre 1 for 2. Rocky Colavito at first. Joe Torre back in the fourth scored Colavito on a single. Colavito 2 steps off first. Seaver brings it home. The 1-2 pitch. Joe Torre swings right through it. Hang up K number 8 for Tom Seaver. We go to the bottom of the sixth. New York plated one more. It's now 5-3. New York over California. And it'll be Mark McGwire, Joe DiMaggio, and Dwight Evans. McGwire in the game with a home run and a whiff. Dick Rudolph deals 1-1 pitch to Mack. Line to left. And Yastrzemski playing it in the corner, bouncing around, trying to find it. And by the time he gets the ball back in, McGwire has himself a 2-bagger. Joe DiMaggio, 0 for 2, steps to the plate, popped to short, grounded to third. So McGwire in scoring position. DiMaggio represents the tying run or potential tying run for California. If I decide to continue with this, maybe get some name suggestions for these teams. If you guys would be interested, I think it'd be fun, like the California Seals and whatever. So we'll see. All right, Dick Rudolph deals 3-0 pitch. DiMaggio, good eye up there. He will draw the walk. Third issued by Dick Rudolph in the game. So here's Dewey Evans. So Dewey Evans looking to give California the lead here. He's 0 for 1 and a walk. McGwire at second, the Yankee Clipper at first. A 1 pitch. Evans swings, grounded to Rudolph, who goes to third, and they get the lead runner. Good heads-up play by Dick Rudolph off the hill. All right, 1 away. DiMaggio at second. Evans trailing him at first for Earl Batty. Earl Batty 1 for 2. Doubled. Back in the second. Dick Rudolph gets the sign from A.J. Pierzynski. Earl Batty swings in the first pitch. Slow roller to short. Rodriguez, Biggio to Gehrig. And they turn it. So the double play gets Rudolph and the New Yorkers out of the inning. So California, again, scoring all of its runs way, way back in the first inning. We go to the top of the seventh. It's New York 5 and California 3. New York will send up A.J. Pierzynski, Craig Biggio, and Carl Yastrzemski. Oh, you're welcome, Bernie. 0-2 pitch and hang up K number 9 for Seaver, coming back with just good old heat there. All right, 1 away now as Pierzynski grabs some pine, considering the greatness, pondering the greatness of Tom Seaver. It's Craig Biggio. Also haven't had a chance because I haven't done a live broadcast. And, of course, the baseball world, what can we say? May the memory of Willie Mays be eternal. You know, Willie Mays, just somebody that, in baseball, Willie Mays was somebody that was always around and, just, truly an icon of the game. And, he had a nice long run. It's not like it was a tragic thing, but the baseball world and the world in general, I think, is a little bit less. But Willie Mays up there with Mickey Mantle, Duke Snider, Joe DiMaggio, Tris Speaker up there, all the great center fielders up there having a chin wag about how center fielders these days are spoiled, pampered, whatever. So, Willie, say hey, and thank you for making this grand game all the greater for your just how amazing you were. All right, Craig Biggio, a frustrated 0 for 3, steps in against Tom Seaver. Biggio last time I fouled to shallow right. Seaver deals 1-1 pitch. Biggio sends this to left field. Does it have the distance? Williams back on it, makes the catch at the track. So 2 away for Carl Yastrzemski now. Yaz 2 for 3 in the game. Grounded to short his last time up. Seaver up to 100 pitches. His expected pitch count 130. So Seaver should be good for a little while. The 1-0 pitch, Yastrzemski, little bounding ball. Evans hurries his throw, and Yastrzemski out by a gnat's eyelash. 7th inning stretch time. New York 5, California 3. Opening day. All right, Bernie giving us here a little bit of some facts about Dodger Stadium, saying it's the most difficult stadium to hit in the history of Major League Baseball. And all the more remarkable when you consider that, I mean, it's baseball's third oldest, Major League Baseball's third oldest ballpark behind Fenway and Wrigley. But this thing was built in 1962. And to have that distinction throughout all of baseball says a lot. And Carlos Yaz, and I agree, Willie Mays the greatest. Willie Mays, absolutely. I would say right behind Babe Ruth, because Babe Ruth being a great pitcher as well. But Willie Mays, wow. So, it's just, I don't know. It's just Willie Mays. He's always there, man. But now he's not. But he's with us forever. All right. Darrell Evans now steps to the plate for California here in the bottom of the 7th. They're at the short end of a 5-3 lead right now. 2 ground outs for Darrell Evans. Got to be one of Dwayne's player, former Brave here. 1-1. Chopper to first. The Iron Horse goes to the bag himself. 1 up, 1 down for Alan Trammell. We're back at the top of the order now for the left coasters. Struck out back in the 5th. Dick Rudolph, 2-2 pitch. Trammell grounded back to Rudolph. Rudolph, good strong throw to Lou Gehrig to get the speedy Trammell for out number 2. And here comes Chase Utley. Chase Utley has come up empty in 3 attempts. Rudolph toes the rubber, 1-2, and Chase Utley slashes this one hard to right. Utley going for 3. Colavito plays the carom, hits the cutoff man. Biggio's throw. Torres tag, not in time. 2 out. Triple for Chase Utley, his first of the year. So California bringing the tying run to the plate in the personage of the splendid Splinter Williams. 1 for 2 in the game, including a walk. Had a double back in the 3rd. California faithful on their feet here, hoping the splendid Splinter can tie it up against these upstart New Yorkers as they feel. Anyhow, from the stretch, Williams swings, and Colavito tracks it down. Barely had to move. Had Williams played perfectly, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 7 in the books here at Dodger Stadium. It's New York 5, California 3. At the end of this game, I'll show you guys just very quickly some more of these rosters. I know I sound like a shill for Dave Cook, but this is really, really an excellent, excellent set. And while, again, you could do it by yourself with a lot of research, but when you think about it, for $25, all the crazy research is done for you. And, you don't even have to worry about what season you would have to choose because it uses the same sort of career slice methodology as the baseball history collection. All right, Tom Seaver has struck out 9, has issued no free passes. His pitch count up to 102 for those of you who care about that. And he will face the number 3, 4, 5 slots in the order. That'll be Lou Gehrig, Edgar Martinez, and Alex Rodriguez. Lou Gehrig, 1 for 3, struck out back in the 5th. 1-2 pitch, and Lou Gehrig looks at a called strike 3. So Seaver challenging the Iron Horse with a fastball, and he comes up aces this time. So keeping that big Gehrig bat quiet has been certainly helpful. So Seaver now in the double digits for strikeouts with 10 as Edgar Martinez digs in on the right-hand side of the box. Martinez has doubled twice in this game, including a 2 RBI double back in that big fourth inning for New York. One more announcement for this channel. Dead Ball will be making its return fairly soon. So Dead Ballers, rejoice. Dead Ball coming back to the channel. Tom Seaver deals the 0-1 pitch. Edgar Martinez, hard grounder to Evans. Almost gobbled him up, but he got him. So 2 away. Evans making a nice play out there at third base. And here is A-Rod. A-Rod has struck out 3 times against Tom Seaver today. So 30% of Seaver strikeouts go to the man at the dish now. Seaver deals, 2-2 pitch, and Rodriguez has struck out all 4 times today and chalk up number 11 for Tom Seaver. For the way Seaver, I think Seaver through the season is hoping he can pitch to A-Rod a lot. All right, here's Barry Bonds, 1 for 3, including a home run in the game. Bonds, his last time up, just a little grounder to Gehrig at first. Rudolph deals the 0-1 pitch, the all-time home run king. This one hit hard to right, and Bonds is going to go for 2. Colavito's throw. Rodriguez with the tag, not in time. Barry Bonds picking up the double. All right, here comes McGuire. Both of these gents have homered in this game. Swing of the bat, and we got a whole new ball game here in the bottom of the 8th. Mark McGuire with a homer and a double in this game. 2 for 3. Rudolph checks Bonds at second. Bonds with 19 steals last season. 0-1 pitch to McGuire. This one, line drive to left field. Jastrzemski and Seymour converge. Strong throw by Yaz, and they're going to hold Bonds at third. Third hit from McGuire today. So interesting choice. Looks like California should at least be able to get a run out of this, as Dick Rudolph now faces Joe DiMaggio. Joe DiMaggio, nothing for 2, including a walk. 1-2 pitch. DiMaggio swings. This should get a run home. Gehrig to Rodriguez. There will be no relay. Bonds will score. And California now inching closer. 5-4, breathing down the necks of these Empire Staters. Infield guarding the line as Dwight Evans steps to the plate. Evans, nothing for 2. Rudolph throws over. DiMaggio dives back under Gehrig's tag, dusts himself off. Rudolph ready to bring it home. 0-2 pitch. Slow roller to short. Rodriguez is going to go to first for the sure out. DiMaggio making second on the play. 2 away for Earl Batty. As Big Clue saying, say hey. Absolutely. All right, Dick Rudolph looking to get out of a rather sticky situation. Can he breathe a little bit easier with Earl Batty up there? Well, last year, Earl Batty with 12 home runs, so he does have a little bit of pop. In today's contest, 1 for 3. Grounded into a double plays last time up. 0-2 pitch, fly ball. Cy Seymour tracks it down, reels it in. However, California gets one back. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the 9th, and a tight one here at Dodger Stadium. It's New York 5 and California 4. Again, hope you join us later, hopefully for a little longer baseball chin wag for a Sunday evening. We'll try to start it a little earlier than my usual ones that we used to do on Saturday nights. I know a lot of folks work on Mondays. But Dwayne's off for a week, and my work schedule is Tuesday through Saturday. So, all right, Rocky Colavito, 2 for 3. Colavito with a double and a single. Colavito had an RBI double back in the 4th. Tom Seaver staying in there. 11 strikeouts for Tom Terrific. 0-2 pitch. Let's make it 12. Colavito goes down. This one a called strike just below the belt. Colavito wanting the call. No way an umpire is going to give you the call when the moundsman has fanned 12. All right, Cy Seymour, nothing for 2. One of Tom Seaver's strikeout victims. Seaver deals 1-2 pitch. This one, just a little pop fly out towards second. Chase Utley says, I've got it, and indeed he does. So 2 up, 2 down. Here comes Joe Torre. Joe Torre would like to add some insurance here for New York. 1 for 3. Struck out against Seaver back in the 6th. 2-1 pitch. Torre swings. Will it be enough? It will not. Joe DiMaggio has it out there in the center pasture. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Can California steal this one back from New York? California led 3-0 until the 4th. New York put up 4, and they haven't looked back since. Added 1 in the 6th. California answered with 1 in the 8th. So 5-4, good classic ball game here. Darrell Evans, Alan Trammell, and Chase Utley due up for the left coasters. Darrell Evans has grounded out 3 times. So Dick Rudolph, after that rocky first inning, pitching a damn fine ball game thus far. And pitching effectively, he could pitch another game. Pitch count at 97. His expected pitch count, 140. Rudolph deals 1-1 to Evans. Slow roller up the first base line. Gehrig will take it to the bag himself. And a little miscommunication as Rudolph was over there to cover. And in all the conflammatoriness, which, by the way, I just made up that word. It was conflammatory at first. Evans picks up the infield single. So the tying run is aboard for California, and we're back at the top of the order for Alan Trammell. Almost said treadmill. Grounded out to Rudolph his last time up. Pierzynski crouches, sets. Rudolph fires 0-2. Trammell laces this one hard up the middle. Evans is going to stop at second base. Not going to run on the arm of Cy Seymour. Biggio, that one getting under the glove there a little bit. And now brings up Chase Utley. Nobody out, 2 on in the bottom of the 9th here in Dodger Stadium. Evans at second, Trammell at first. Chase Utley 1 for 4 in the game. Infield guarding the lines. A 1 pitch, Utley swings. This one popped high around home plate. Pierzynski calling for it. And he traps it in the glove, part of the tools of ignorance. So 1 away. Can Ted Williams walk it off here for California? Fly to deep right back in the 7th. Williams 1 for 3. Rudolph tosses the rosin bag, climbs the hill, has the sign from Pierzynski, brings it home. The 1-2 pitch to Ted Williams, grounder to second. Biggio will go to Gehrig at first to retire the splendid splinter. The runners move up. Now Evans at third, Trammell at second. Barry Bonds looking for a little bit more magic out of the bat. A home run and a double in this game. Rudolph works out of the stretch, the pitch, and Bonds swings Biggio to his right and on to Gehrig, and that is your ball game. New York over California. Let's look at our recap here. So some highlights first. For New York, Edgar Martinez went 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. Rocky Colavito 2 for 4 with a double. For California, Barry Bonds goes 2 for 5 with a home run and a double, and Mark McGwire goes 3 for 4 with a home run and a double and a losing cause. So New York goes to 1-0, California 0-1. Dick Rudolph gets the win, and Tom Seaver, despite striking out 12 batters, gets the loss. The line for victorious New York, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and for California, 4 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. So let's just quickly go to our player of the game is Edgar Martinez. So we talked about that earlier, and he did indeed earn it. So there we go. We'll let this update, and we'll get out of here in a few minutes. I know, Carlos, same thing, right? I find it treadmill. I wonder why. Joe Murdy says, so I was just thinking you could call the New York team the Chrysler New Yorkers. Oh, that's clever. I like it. All right, so pick a state, any state. In the meantime, for Dwayne, let's do Maryland. Maryland, crazy loaded here. So look at this crazy team, man. You've got Babe Ruth, Jimmy Fox, Cal Ripken, Mark Teixeira, Al Kaline. I'm not going to name everybody. There's Brady Anderson. We'll give Harold Baines some love here. Charlie Keller. Ask the guys in Fields of Dreams about Charlie Keller. There's a player that not a lot of guys knew about. Billy Werber, certainly capable third baseman. You got Home Run Baker in there. Wow. Let's get a few of Maryland's pitchers. Lefty Grove. You got Vic Willis. Babe Ruth can also pitch. He's in there. Eddie Rommel. Eddie Rommel can be used in relief. You got Steve Farr there as your closer. So that's in fact they're playing Pennsylvania. We've already looked at some of Pennsylvania's hitters. Pennsylvania's pitching is kind of wicked. Christy Mathewson, Ed Walsh, Eddie Plank, Stan Kovaleski, Bucky Walters. They're tough. You got Bruce Suter in there as your closer. Gene Garber could do some setup. Pennsylvania, tough team. So when next I do this, we will do the Maryland Pennsylvania game. I think it'll be a really, really good one. In fact, I want to look at Pennsylvania's rotation. So Mathewson should be getting the starts in that one, and we'll see who Maryland will counter Big Six, and that will be Vic Willis. So it should be fun. All right, I don't see anybody picking any states, so we're going to look at a couple more. Let's look at a couple more we don't normally think about as kind of like baseball powerhouses. So let's look at Oregon. Let's look at their hitters. So you got Con Kingman, you got Dale Murphy. Let me see, I don't know any Scott Brocious fans out there. Jacoby Ellsbury's on this squad. There's let me see who else. We got Harold Reynolds. So Johnny Pesky, there we go. Fine shortstop there for Oregon. Pitching, pretty good rotation with Mickey Lelich, Jim Rooker. Larry Jansen is in there. So I guess pretty good stuff. Carlos Yaz wants to look at Indiana. Indiana wants me. Lord, I can't go back there. All right, let's look at the hitters. Gil Hodges. Donnie Baseball. Don Mattingly. You got Scott Rowland there. Chuck Klein, great slugger that we don't see on too many channels here at all. Cy Williams. Ron Kittle, pretty good player there, Ron Kittle. Got Jeff King, former Pittsburgh Pirate. Ed Roush. Max Carey. The center field is crazy in this. Looks like Max Carey will be the starting center fielder, but Ed Roush, certainly nothing to sneeze at. You got Billy Herman. Wow. Sam Rice. Donnie Bush. So Indiana's got a tough team. Let's look at their pitchers. And you got Mordecai Brown. You got Hook Stouse. Babe Adams, the greatest pitcher in Pirate history. Bob Friend, Dizzy Trout, Freddie Fitzsimmons. So we got some Hall of Famers and Hall of very, very good ones. Don Larson on this team. Don Larson, let's see, what's he gonna be doing here? I think Larson's gonna be working some spot start here and probably some setup or whatever. So yeah, good teams. And again, I mean, this, just like anything, is customizable as you want it to be. Let's look at a couple other teams, and then we'll call this a stream as we're coming up on an hour or so. Well, why not? Hey, if you build it, they will come. Let's go look at Iowa. So for Iowa, we got Hal Trotsky, Ken Henderson. There's Dennis Menke, for you Dennis Menke fans. I know you're out there. Fred Clark, great left fielder, player manager of the very early Pittsburgh Pirates. Danny Muller, dead baller there for you. Dave Beauty Bancroft. There's another one. Still that night that my stream went out when I was doing player, from the Biographical Encyclopedia of Baseball. Bancroft's was like one of the funniest I'd ever read. So let's look at their pitchers here from Iowa. Bob Feller, Red Faber, Dazzy Vance, Jake Weimer. Jake we saw in the Ned McGreevy League. So got some good. See, who's our closer here? Bob Lee. Good stuff. All right, guys, that's it. It is an hour. So this is when I'll do my thank yous. And Again, $25. DK Sports Action PC Baseball. This is the state collection. I want to thank Carlos Yaz, Joe Murdy, Big Clue, Bernie Strom, Aaron Reed, Dwayne Martz, and Joe Murdy was the first one here at Dodger Stadium today. So I'm sure Robert is still going on with some inside pitch, so go check it out. You're welcome, Carlos. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. And until next we meet, we'll see you around the batting cage. Take care.